The City of Murfreesboro's floodplain administrator explains the history of how the federal government got into the business of flooding and flooding insurance.
You know, flooding is one of the most costly natural disasters in the United States, resulting in about $4 billion of property damage every year. Also, flooding is one of the highest losses of life due to natural disaster in our country. And so many decades ago, our country recognized the risk of flooding. As a result of that, in the mid-1970s, they developed the National Flood Insurance Program. We joined the National Flood Insurance Program in the mid-1980s, and FEMA provided flood maps that identified the high-risk areas for flooding in our community.
FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, recently released new floodplain maps that determines what properties are subject to flooding. The last one was released in year 2007.
The FEMA flood map is really a flood insurance rate map. It's used to identify areas that are known or anticipated to be of high risk of flooding, which then is used to calculate their flood insurance costs. We identified at least 200 of those properties that we believe their floodplain status will change. Some of the properties will be added to the floodplain, some will be taken out. And for those homeowners, especially the homeowners or property owners where their property status has changed, I think they'd be very interested in finding out about these new flood map products.
The city is informing citizens about this information so they can answer any questions they might have.
Certainly, they'll be available to come to the City Hall and meet with one of our planning staff. We'll be able to do that. That's at 111 West Vine Street here in Murfreesboro, and the planning department's on the second floor of City Hall. Our planning staff will be well versed in helping someone find their property and also to discuss the potential changes to the floodplain status of their property. The FEMA website, Map Service Center, which is msc.fema.gov. You can also locate your property by your address, and it'll let you know your current floodplain status. We plan to use that address database to send out notifications, to mail out notifications to the registered address of the owner. Most of those will find their mark, but occasionally we'll get a few of those back. And so we'll use a couple other forms of public notification as well, including press release, CDTV, our website, and then just some hopefully word-of-mouth discussion with neighbors and homeowners and citizens in Murfreesboro. Well, the city is going to act over about the next 90 days to serve as a collector, if you will, of the information and comments on the flood maps. FEMA notified us with that on May 4th, the 90-day review period would start, and so we have basically an opportunity between now and the first part of August to respond to FEMA's plan to publish the maps. And if we do have questions or information or comments that would materially affect the maps, the city will serve as that collector to provide that information to FEMA and to their consultant who's providing the revised maps. Call our office at 615-893-6441.